All right, I happen to love ones like this. We're finding the equation of the tangent line to the graph of f at 0, 1 for f of x is equal to cosine x 1 minus sine x. So it could have said when x is equal to 0, and then you would have had to substitute in, and that would have been fine. You still would have had 1. So we didn't have to do the substitution there. So only thing left to find, we know that the equation is going to look like this. It's going to be y minus by y equals slope, but the slope is going to be f prime of 0. All right, so we'll find that in a second, times x minus my x. All right, so the only thing left to find then is f prime of 0. So before I can do that, I've got to find f prime, and that's going to be quotient rule. All right, so we've got some work to do to find f prime, and therefore f prime of 0. All right, so here we go. So f prime by the quotient rule is going to be your denominator, 1 minus sine x. It always starts with the denominator. All right, derivative of the top, the derivative of cosine is negative sine. Minus numerator. And the derivative of the denominator is going to be negative cosine because the 1 is going to go away, and the derivative of sine is cosine. So the sine stays the same. The SIGN stays the same. And then on the bottom, we've got 1 minus sine x squared. Again, if you want to see the proof of the quotient rule, I might throw one out there. I'll ask you guys and see what you think. I'm really considering throwing the 0 in right now. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that without even simplifying at all. So let's throw the 0 in so we can find out what that slope is. All right, so here we go. Sine 0 is 0. So it's 1 minus 0. Sine 0 is 0. No sense putting a negative there. I mean, I can if you want me to. All right, so all that's 0. All right, and then minus cosine 0 is 1. So this is 1 times, and then the cosine 0 is 1 again, so negative 1. All right, and all over cosine 0 is 0, so it's just going to be 1 squared on the bottom. All right, so all that is 0, so this is 0, and this is minus a negative 1. That's plus 1 over 1 squared. How about that? All right, just ends up being 1. All right, so here we go then. So the equation of the line, you could write it as y minus 1 equals, I just found my slope to be 1, x minus 0. Kind of silly to leave it like that. I mean, you can. It's perfectly fine. But I could just add the 1 to both sides if you want to and have y equals x plus 1. And that is it. That is it. So now I will tell you, there are times where, of course, you'll have to find the y value, but they gave it to us. So since they gave me the y value of 1, I didn't have to worry about it. I just had went substituted in, but it would have been pretty easy for us to find out had they had left us at just saying x equals 0. Okay, so that's just another form of it that could happen. All right, that's it.